Good morning. It's 8:34 a.m. on Thursday, December 6th, 2018. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. So I'm still here at my mom's house today, and it snowed here in Colorado last night. So you see, I honestly am not 100% sure how well that's going to come across, but I'm sitting now on my mom's enclosed porch, and I can see the snow out there, and the dogs have been in and out a little bit, my mom's dogs. And let's see, what else is there to talk about? So yesterday I spent doing a bit more preparation for my Extra Life game, working on just studying up on the adventure, trying to get to the point where I know I feel like I'm prepared to run the whole thing without requiring a lot of extra study, and also be able to improvise here and there, because the party may well not follow the prime narrative. You never know. But in any event, it's all it's pretty. It's a good adventure. I'm increasingly looking forward to that whole thing. But also, just kind of hung around here. Walked my mom's dogs, and we went. What else did we do? I feel like I did more. We rewatched Galaxy Quest last night, which continues to be great. It really holds up, that movie, and I think it was prescient in a number of ways, but it just still is lovely. It's funny. It gives everyone in the cast something fun to do, and it's great. One thing that did strike me a little differently than I think it had been, that I hadn't thought about it this way before, is the bit early on where Tim Allen's character, the commander, he's having a blast at the convention, but then he just overhears these two guys in the bathroom laughing about how stupid it all is, and that he's a laughingstock, and that's enough to totally break his spirit, and he leaves and gets mad and everything. And what I guess strikes me differently about that now is just how ubiquitous it has become, that anyone who does anything that is even remotely public has to be aware that there are likely going to be people on the internet who are assholes about it. And so the idea that that just these two guys, like he's in a room, a crowd full of people, and it's just these two guys that completely destroy his spirit. I mean, on the one hand, I totally get that, in the sense that I think it's common for creative people to, that are generally sensitive to the world around them. Just it's a common trait of people who are inspired to be creative and do things like that. There can be a tendency to, give short shrift to the many opinions of people saying they like it, and focus unhealthily on the one or two exceptions that didn't like it. So it makes sense in that regard, but it's also like it's doing kind of a cinematic shorthand thing, and that doesn't need to really be a stand-in for the idea that it had never occurred to him that people thought it was silly before. But it's also true that part of what they say is that, even his friends don't respect him, and he's a laughingstock even to the other actors. And that's actually, if you watch it carefully, that it seems like that's actually the part that bothers him more. And I don't know, like I don't want to make it sound like that's the whole thrust of the movie or anything, but that was a part that I feel like I thought about and I noticed a little bit differently than previous. But in any event, today on the agenda, Going to go out and walk the dogs again in the snow, and we might go into Boulder. And then later tonight, my brother and sister-in-law are going to come over for dinner, and it's going to be a fine thing. So I'm going to leave it there for right now, and I will talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.